What you're looking at here is a database that I fancied up just a bit, where I added data bars, where I can look at the range of cells within the column here of expenses, for example, and see graphically how we're doing, rather than numerically. See if this makes sense. 55 is a lot less than 110, so the data bars are going to show that, where this one's larger than that one. In any case, that's not the point. The point of this is that if you do something in Excel 2013, like adding data bars, and you want to find out when you send it off to somebody else who has an earlier version of Excel to see if it's compatible in that earlier version, what you can do is you can go ahead and use the Compatibility Checker feature, which is found up here. Going backstage, click on the File tab, Info selected by default, just come down here and click on Check for Issues, and there it is. Check for features not supported by earlier versions of Excel. Click on that, and there's the window. The following features in this workbook are not supported. And what are they? You can go ahead and read it. We've got 1, 2, 3. Let me scroll back up. The first one says that things that aren't compatible in an earlier version. And what version? Well, for this one, it's 97 through 2003, are data bars, color scales, or icon sets. Well, that's what a data bar is. It's got a color scale, a gradient from red to white, and then it's an icon, so it doesn't like it at all in an earlier version. And you can see the location that it found was on sheet 1. I've got 3 sheets, so sheet 1, it's got the issue. Let's go ahead and scroll down to the next one. Not only is this one not compatible and is going to have significant loss, as you see up here, significant loss of functionality in 97 through 2003, but also 2007. And it's looking at the negative value. It doesn't like that, and it's found on sheet 1, conditional formatting, which is the feature, the data bar here. So in other words, if I go ahead and remove the data bars, the earlier versions of Excel will be able to view the worksheet here. And you can scroll down for minor loss of fidelity. And again, it's location, sheet 1, conditional formatting is the border or bar direction setting. In other words, everything is tied to the data bars. It may show the data bars in Excel 2007, but you may not get the gradient. You may just get red all the way across. So if you want to go ahead and find out if this is compatible with 2010, it doesn't list 2010 here, so you're good to go. Or to help you out a bit more, click on the drop-down arrow and uncheck the earlier version of 97 through 2003 and also 2007. And the last one is 2010. You can click on the drop-down arrow. That's checked. I don't see anything there, so you're good to go. You can just go ahead and send it as is, and the person with the Excel 2010 program will be able to open this up, this file that was created in the latest version of 2013 with no problems. In any case, let's go ahead and click Okie dokie. And if we want to go ahead and clean this up so the earlier versions can view it, then go ahead and select the range and come up here on the Home tab to the Styles group and Conditional Formatting down to Clear Rules. To clear the rules from the selected cells, the data bars are gone. So when I come up here and click on the File tab, from Info to Check Issues to check for compatibility issues, there's none. So any version of Excel can view the worksheet here. Very simplistic. Let me go ahead and hit Undo, because you'll also get this when you do a Save As if you decide to save this in an earlier version. So let's go ahead and click on Save As, which is on my Quick Access toolbar, and change it from the Excel workbook to the earlier version of 97 through 2003, and then go ahead and click Save. And by default, the Compatibility Checker is going to pop up and let you know what's going on. If you're okay with that, then just go ahead and click Continue, and it saves it to that earlier version. You can see up here on the title bar, it's got the extension .xls, not the extra X, which is the latest version for extensible markup language, as we discussed in earlier training videos. So that has converted over. Let me click off. There's no change here, right? Looks all good. Well, let me go ahead and close out. Go to my exercises folder on my desktop, open it up, and there's the earlier version that we converted it to. Again, the extension here has an extra X, so that's the latest version. This one doesn't have it. And you can see when I hover over it, it shows me the earlier version, the pop-up, and also the icon's different, as we discussed in an earlier training video. Go ahead and double-click to open it up, click off of it, and you can see that even opening this up in the latest version of Excel, it still accepts most of it, except we don't get the actual bar over here, just the gradient. So it doesn't extend itself out and look as clean and as nice as I'm viewing it in non-compatibility mode format. So you just get an idea basically what it's going to look like or how it's going to come across to those who have an earlier version of Excel. When they open it up, they may not even get the bars here. But you see how that doesn't look as good as when I close out and go to the click off, and you can actually see how it's got the border around it, and just not the gradient from red to white. Looks a lot cleaner, so just keep that in mind in case if they freak out and go, what the heck did you send me, and they can't see this, or it looks really funny and it's bleeding all over the place. You'll have an idea what they're talking about if you watch this training video. Hey, thanks for watching. If you like my video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, as soon as I upload a new video, you'll be notified instantly, and you can do that by coming over here and clicking on my face. You can also click here to support me, so for $2 a month, you can have access to over 2,700 training videos, all ad-free, and for a few bucks more, you can have access to my exercises, instructor notes, quizzes, certificate of completion, and a whole lot more.